Dr. Carma Claw. So, do I get to be the first one to call you Dr. Carma Claw after your defense? So Dr. Claw just completed her defense last week successfully, and she's looking at strategy and tribal businesses in the Navajo community. And her next steps, and I'm going to say some of this because Carma, I know her, would not share this. So she's starting in a couple of months as assistant professor at the College of Business Administration at Fort Lewis College. In a way, this is going home for her. After 25 years away from her homeland, she had lots of offers at other universities and chose that going to Fort Lewis, which is about 30% Native students, was going to be her next place and best place for her. And the other thing that I want to share is there are 6 PhD scholars in colleges of business across the U.S. that actually study Native issues in the business setting, Carma being one of those. She is also the first Navajo PhD, not only in management, but in the College of Business across the board. So it is very much my pleasure to turn the stage over to Dr. Carma Claw.
Yad Ebene. Had no ya no to Aslano Zinagoko, Nichel Thoya Eka by Kinsanoya Edishna, She bit Aninishlido, Kitachini Bashichin, Kia Ani Dashichedo, Lashe Dashanella, out Oya Edine, Stan in a slow bed, Kit Edas Assin, Ebini Jacko, Kodo Hajonole, the Noya Eko, Ultra Hotaho, Yegobazil, Salah a call, Anihinike Owl Edo Anihe, Nike za do bansi kesit kon yat salado lifti no ye Ecuador American Indian week nigi ba holjit ko ayaha. Good morning. I am Dr. Carma Claw. I'm thankful for you, each and every one of you, for being here this morning with us in collective of joining us in recognizing the 19 Pueblo nations in the state of New Mexico, as well as the 13 Apache Nation, or the 3 Apache Nations, the Navajo Nation and the Zuni Nation. So I'd like to acknowledge the indigenous lands that we are on today. Original homelands and ancestral lands of Muscular Apache and the other Apaches, as well as the Navajo. Didn't recognize that Navajo actually traveled a lot of these areas, and they have a history of the Waco tanks in the Texas area. And so I'd like to acknowledge this space as an indigenous lands. But really today, I really wanted to share that in this week, part of that process is recognizing that our knowledge base, the traditional knowledge bases that we come from, make us who we are. And so Western education Western society did not invent education. And so our traditional knowledge is where my foundation is. And as I was thinking about what I would like to talk about today, it was really about that element of who I am and where I come from. And so I wanted to share a few words of wisdom and education that comes from my people. And so first of all, it's my grandfather. He was, I was actually telling Mabel, thank you for being here today, that my grandfather would wake up about 4 or 5 in the morning, being a farmer that he is. And so I witnessed his hard work ethic. And I'd like to think that that's where my work ethic comes from, having the mentor and the role model to show me what it means to work. Because that's what he would say, wake up, grandchildren, it's time to meet the morning deities. It's time to get out there, to flex your muscles, to meet the sunrise or beat it, to make sure that you can commune with those morning deities. And so another element that he would always talk about is, he would say, as my hair turns white, I still have not learned everything that I would need to know, so that education is a lifetime process, and to always strive for that because it's never ending. And then in terms of my grandmother, she would say that your words and your thoughts are what create your reality. And so she said, be careful of those things and be careful in the way that you carry yourself, because sometimes your sacred being is a little bit more powerful than you quite know. So she would, that was her prayer at the beginning when I said, Kodo Hajona Shado. That means that at any point in your life, you have that moment to change the way that you want to be and to pursue a new life. And that's just the way she carried herself. And then finally, I'm thinking about my mom, because for many of us, that's the way we've grown, is through prayers. And so when I think of my mother, that's all I think of. And not only that, it's our ancestors from 200 years ago who said the prayers that would sustain us today, whose knowledge sustained them for a millennia to exist today as a Navajo. It was through their knowledge and through their prayers. And so she would always pray that someday I would reach the pinnacle of Western education. I'm proud to say that I have met her prayers to do so. And so for me, it's been a great honor to follow all of their teachings and to recognize that they are my foundation, and to be able to have this week to share some of those things with you so that you're able to benefit from it as well. But really, I think coming to this day's event, I've been here 6 years. I started my MBA, which was a huge leap from industry, and coming back to university was quite a change. But it's been a wonderful experience, and I have no regrets about making that big leap. Although it took quite a number of years to finally do it. But in those years, I've been here every year as support, as a participant, as in leadership in a variety of ways. And so I really appreciated the opportunity to speak and close this circle of my life and really say thank you to the NMSU community and to all the faculty that have helped me throughout the way, and Dr. Flinchbaugh being one of those people, and as well as PhD student Mabel. She's always been one of my biggest supporters, so I appreciate her being here. And then I'd like to recognize my daughter. She's here with me today, Twyla. She's a freshman at high school, and we're beginning a new life, but as they say, one ending is a new beginning. So thank you so very much. I invite you to enjoy many of the events that are planned for the campus.